I just spent the last 15 minutes watching one of my YouTube videos from about a year and a half ago when the X5 was just recently redesigned. The payment with 10% off was through the roof. In this video, what I'm gonna do for you guys is break down for you exactly what a good deal is on the X5, whether you're purchasing, leasing, paying in cash, whatever you're trying to do. Give you some rough maintenance costs as well as the average insurance premiums in the United States. That way, after watching this video, you'll know exactly what a good deal is and what a good deal isn't. What is happening, guys? Ari here from Boston Automotive Consulting, and in the description below, you're gonna find various resources to help you navigate not only getting the best deal on a brand new BMW X5, but getting insurance rates as well as checking your FICO auto scores. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing because this whole channel is going to teach you everything you're going to need to know so that you can negotiate your best possible deal. Now, the United States has very few BMW X5s at the moment, but don't be fooled. You can approach a dealership, frankly, a ton of different dealerships, and ask them to build you one because the factory is cranking them out quite quickly. You could see an X5 get turned over in about 2 months from top to bottom, from the time it's ordered to the time it's in your driveway, maybe even less than that. However, I do want to suggest sticking to in-stock models if it's at all possible. And in the United States at the moment, we're really only dealing with about 3,000 gas models. I'm talking about regular gas models such as the xDrive 40 and the M50i. Now, of those 3,000, 200 of them are 2020s and 2,800 are 2021s. And of those 2,800 2021s, we're seeing 700 of them being S-Drive, the rear-wheel drive models, and 2,100 X-Drive models. Now, among those 2,100 X-Drive models, what we're seeing is about 1,800 X-Drive 40i's, the 6 cylinders, and 300 M50i's. I wouldn't really suggest targeting a deal on an M50i because these typically sell at MSRP or maybe a tiny bit less depending on how long the M50's been sitting on the lot. So for the sake of this negotiation guide, what I've got going on for this video is a 2021 BMW X-Drive, BMW X5, X-Drive 40i, and I've got one picked out, a moderately equipped one at the very least, with an MSRP of $65,745. Now, BMW typically has a markup of 6%. However, if you've watched my previous videos in the past, I keep telling people to target anywhere between 8 and 10%. Because the market is where it's at right now and the nature of the business at the moment, I would probably say that 8% is a good target to be going for at the very minimum. If you can shoot for 10, obviously do that. But 8% is what I'm going for. The rebate at the moment, even on 2021s, is $2,500, and that can be combined with the loyalty incentive of $1,000. Now, BMW is offering a 1.9% APR offer at 60 months, and that obviously can be combined with everything else that's happening here. Now, assuming that you got that 8% discount and assuming that you were using the $2,500 rebate financing even at 1.9%, we are seeing a final target selling price of $58,985, roughly about a $7,000 discount, you guys. So it's not chump change that one can receive off of an X5, and with the APR offer that they've got with the credit, it really does make it difficult to make the decision, should you lease or should you purchase. But given the next couple parts of this video, between the insurance costs, between the maintenance costs, what have you, I think it may make more sense to just lease it and take just the depreciation hit. Now, if you are going to be leasing, I am still going for that 8% discount off of MSRP. However, with the following variables, we've got only $500, unfortunately, in lease cash. So it's not as much if you're leasing. However, with the interest rate, or the money factor rather, being where it's at, it'll definitely make up for it. A 55% residual this month at 36 months for 10,000 miles a year, and a money factor super low at 0.00082. Now, if you follow my other videos, if you've seen my BMW X5 videos in the past, a couple of years ago, the money factor from BMW was a full 100 basis points above what it is right now. Money factors change all the time, residuals change all the time. I do want to encourage you, if you're interested in getting the current rates and residuals, how much the rebates are, and a bunch of other very useful information that pertains to how to get the best deal, I've got my course in the description below where I teach you how to scrape all this information online. Now, plugging this all into the lease calculator and assuming we're getting, again, 8% off of MSRP, and we're giving just the inception fees due at start. So your first payment, acquisition fee, doc fee, all that stuff due up front, roughly about $2,385. We'd be talking about $790 a month. And that's including Mass State sales tax, you guys. Realistically speaking, this payment hasn't changed all too much. However, the residual has. The residual's dropped quite a bit. I can definitely see the payment getting more aggressive down the line. Where it is right now, depending if you're gonna be ordering this car or if you're targeting an in-stock car, I could foresee a payment dropping down closer to the 700s. I really do hope. I really do hope that in the coming months we do see lease credits that'll only make taking advantage of that ultra low money factor, that'll only make it even more possible to get it in the low 700s, maybe even in the 6s. Now, as far as some maintenance costs for you guys, I did go on to Edmunds True Cost to Own, and it's not all that inviting to see maintenance costs coming in at roughly $3,700 for year 4 and roughly $3,600 in year 5, with repair costs coming in at about $900 in year 4 and $1,365 in year 5. And really, between BMW's free maintenance and the 4-year 50,000 mile warranty, it's not all too promising to be buying this thing and keeping it for a long amount of time. Unless you know like an expert BMW mechanic who's going to give you some sort of family discount on the repairs, I would highly encourage you to just lease it. Now, as far as insurance costs for you guys, from Quote Inspector, I did see the average insurance premium coming in at $1,725. I did notice from eSurance, my quote was a tiny bit less. I've got a quote to eSurance in the description below where you can get a custom quote. However, $2,950 in LA was the average insurance rate on the X5, and $1,440 in Columbus, Ohio. I do want to encourage you to visit the links in the description below to not only shop around for the best deal on the BMW X5, but get your insurance rates as well as get your FICO auto scores. That way you're not being taken advantage of when you're going in to buy or lease a 2021 BMW X5. If you found this information useful, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.